College of Design, Art, and Performance welcomes you to the USF Concert Hall. Please silence your recording devices. Recording on them is prohibited. If you leave at any time, please wait for assistance back to your seat. In the unlikely event of an emergency, exits are indicated throughout the venue. Take a moment, say hi to your neighbor, and locate the exit at this time. This performance may contain atmospheric and lighting special effects. Please refer to the signage indicated in the lobby. Thank you for joining us at the USF College of Design, Art, and Performance.
And it is my pleasure to serve as USF's Director of Bands. Before we begin, I need to ask you to pull out your cell phones and put them on airplane mode. We are live streaming the concert. We found over the years that with all the signals going through in the room, it tends to interfere. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, it would be very helpful. Over the past 4 days, these students have been involved in 16 and a half hours of rehearsal. They've attended 5 concerts, which have had everything from solo performances to the USF Jazz Band to 2 outstanding high schools to all sorts of chamber music. They have had master classes with our outstanding faculty and have had the opportunity to interact with a number of our students. It has been a tremendously intense and intensely rewarding weekend, and I'm glad you're here to celebrate the final concert with us. There are many people to thank for making this weekend happen, and I'll go as quickly as I can. I'd like to start with our administration, the Dean of the College of Design, Art, and Performance, Chris Garvin, who has made all USF performances open and free to the public. David Williams, who's the Director of the School of Music and is tremendously supportive. We have the concert hall staff, Jace and Lee, who are back there, who have been here just about as long as we have because so many things have happened in this hall. They've kept everything running smoothly. We've had right around 100 undergraduate students who have worked on this. The brothers and sisters of Kappa Kappa Psi, Tau Beta Sigma, Sigma Alpha Iota, and Phi Mu Alpha, who have served meals, set up rooms, and just helped with all sorts of logistics. We've had student librarians, student administrative team, student chaperones who are probably all at home in bed at this point in time. We've had percussion assistants. We have Conway Teal, who's played piano in all 3 of the ensembles. And it's just been a real group effort. Can we have a round of applause for all the help? We have a tremendous band staff, and I'd like to introduce you to 4 really important people. These are our graduate assistants, without whom none of this would be possible. Chase Diasis is in the back. Chase wave. Jamie Dittburner. Daniel Greenwood, probably backstage, and Alexo Rojas. When I say none of this would happen without them, that's not an exaggeration. Everything that happens in the band program is because of the work that they do. And I'd like to introduce you to our band staff. I'd like to start with the Director of Athletic Bands, Associate Director of Bands, Dr. Trevor Butts. Our newest faculty member and the happiest person in the room because she is a 2-time Indiana Hoosier, Dr. Suzanne Charney. And Mrs. Devin Dedon, who not only works with our athletic bands, but all sorts of other things around here, and has spent the past 3 nights in charge of the students at the hotel, Ms. Devin Dedon. One more. Band directors, would you please stand? Could we have a large round of applause? About 3 years into my college teaching career, I said to my wife, I'd be happy to go back to teach high school. I love teaching high school. She said, oh no, you are not. I never saw you. And here, once again, they're here with your students instead of with their own families. So thank you for everything you do, your support, your dedication, and your love of your craft and these students. Thank you, band directors. This is the 50th Festival of Winds, and to celebrate, I set aside the goal to bring the absolute finest clinicians in the country that I possibly could. And I believe this was a success. Colonel Don Schofield, the commander and conductor of the United States Air Force Band. He is responsible for all activities in this 184-member squadron, including equipping, training, and deploying airmen musicians to perform nearly 1,600 missions each year. Let's say that again. 1,600 missions each year. So you think your band's busy. They are, but they're not doing 1,600 missions a year. Prior to receiving his commission at the Officer Training School in 1997, Schofield was a public school band director for 6 years in Georgia, which is where the two of us met. Schofield has conducted military bands, professional orchestras, and school honor bands throughout the United States, Puerto Rico, Belgium, the Czech Republic, Estonia, France, Germany, Luxembourg, Poland, Sweden, and Ukraine. He has led international performances with artists such as Kid Rock, Little Big Town, Josh Turner, Leanne Womack, Chris Doherty, the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, Lone Star, Winona Judd, Naomi Judd, Robin Meade, Amy Grant, Take Six, Diamond Rio, The Miracles, Lee Greenwood, goes on, Gary Morris, Brian McKnight, Gordon Goodwin, and Yuri McAnino. How fortunate are we that he decided with a resume like that to spend the last 4 days with us. And now would you please welcome to the microphone members of the Schofield Band who would tell you a little bit more about the program.
Welcome everyone. My name is Gavin Cover and I play the baritone and saxophone.
My name is Nolan Engelkey, and I play the trumpet.
And today, we will be performing An American Fanfare by Rick Kirby.
Rick Kirby was born in 1945 in Boston, Massachusetts, and educated near the New England area.
After arriving in Wisconsin in 1974, he taught several universities, and in 2001, retired to become a full-time composer and arranger. He is currently the staff arranger for the award-winning Sound of the Sun Prairie Band.
Mr. Kirby is an extremely talented man who has won many prestigious awards all throughout his career in music. The reason he composed this piece is because he wanted to celebrate classic American heroism with a modern take which would captivate audiences at the very start of indoor and outdoor concerts all over the world.
In this dynamic concert opener, Kirby incorporates the normally hymn-like strains of America, My Country, 'Tis of Thee, into a fast and energetic fanfare. The actual melody is only stated once in its entirety, with many liberties being taken with both melodic and harmonical elements.
And please welcome to the stage the commander and conductor of the United States Air Force Band, Colonel Don Schofield.
Thank you. My name is Zoe Gogi.
And I'm Omar Shatila. Our next piece will be Shepherd's Hay by Percy Aldrich Granger. The piece was written for a chamber ensemble originally, but then was later adapted for a wind ensemble in 1918.
Granger is well known for his renditions of traditional European tunes. Some of his other famous works include Molly on the Shore, Lincolnshire Posy, my personal favorite, and Shepherd's sister tune, Irish Tune from County Derry.
Shepherd's Hay is no different, as it's based on the traditional English Morse dance, though in his 1913 piano solo, Granger himself said, "This setting is not sustainable to dance the Morse dance to."
In any case, Shepherd's Hay is a jolly, upbeat folk song that you can still find Morris men decked out in bells, playing fiddles, and dancing to today. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Percy Granger's Shepherd's Hay.
And I'm Matilda Kerstetter.
This piece is Raptured by Brian Tom Pages, and it's one of those works that speaks without needing words. It is powerful, but also incredibly beautiful. You feel the intensity rise, almost as it's pulling you in, and then suddenly it gives you a space to breathe. That emotional contrast is what makes this piece so special.
The tune contains a reference to the hymn Helmsley. It's a hymn about the feeling of going to heaven, with the third verse stating that with what rapture gaze we upon these glorious gods. This is where the name of the tune comes from, and where the ideas of grief and loss come from within the piece. Balmages writes in the program notes that, quote, "In my mind, whether you are a person of faith or not, this is quite symbolic of how we choose to respond to life in the wake of tragedy and grief. We can choose to be wounded and angry, or we can take trials in life as an opportunity to realign our values, our priorities, and our relationships. It rings true to the form, which starts impressive, goes to a slow, sad section, and ends on a happy note."
To me, rapture is art in the most honest sense. It's not just notes on a page, it's the feeling. It's the overwhelming rush you get when music truly connects with you, when it makes everything else fade away for a moment. As you perform this piece, we hope to let yourself get lost in it, feel its energy, and experience whatever it means to you. This is Rapture
By Brian Balmages.
My name is Ivan Lopez.
And I'm Noah Mullivan McCartman. And before we talk about this next piece, I would like to share the experience that I've had here at Festival of Wits. I've had a really great time getting to know a lot of people, great people, welcoming, very friendly, funny. I would also like to acknowledge their musicianship, because they're all really wonderful, talented musicians who I've worked with, and it's been a long 4 days, but it's been a long, great 4 days getting to learn these pieces. It's been like listening to musical art for the first time, and listening to the music that we are playing is just bringing a smile to my face. Every time we play it, run it back, it's so much better, and it's just been a great experience for me.
Our next piece is a lively march called Men of Ohio. Composed by Henry Fillmore, it's full of bold melodies, driving percussion, and that classic energetic feel that makes American marches so much fun to play and hear. It celebrates the strong band traditions of the Midwest and brings a bright, uplifting spirit to the stage. We hope you enjoy Henry Fillmore's Men of Ohio.
Thanks so much. I want to take an opportunity to thank Dr. McCutcheon, his team, and the volunteers here that have made this weekend possible. And I want to frame it to you all in a different way of the experience of what we're talking about. All right, I can see everybody in the audience. If you are a musician, as a band parent, raise your hand. I'd say maybe a quarter of you. In the reality of it, my mom and dad were not musicians. My mom still comes to my band concerts. I appreciate that. But she doesn't come because of the music. She comes because of me. And I want to frame this to you of the experience that Dr. McCutcheon and his staff have given these students over the past 4 days. What if I told you that this weekend was not about music? What if I told you it was about leadership? That we taught your students leadership, followership, responsibility, accountability, how to work as a team, how to overcome obstacles, and how to prepare the best possible product that you have when you have one opportunity to present it. That's what we've been working on. Back in their home schools, they work on music for 6 to 7 weeks, sometimes multiple months at a time. And we've done that in minutes on this. And what they do is they rely on each other, they rely on their own accountability and their own leadership. And I could not have been more proud of them throughout this. So parents, as you're thinking about how your student integrates into music education, it's not about being a music major or music. The music is the vehicle with which we teach maturity and accountability through that. And I just wanted to take a second, as a band parent myself, to frame these experiences, these life-changing experiences that these young students have had. I appreciate you letting me spend a couple days with them. Thanks so much.
Good afternoon. My name is Lily, and today I have the honor of introducing our closing piece, Cool Joe by Gary P. Gilroy. Cool Joe is more than just our final piece in our program. It's rooted in memory, gratitude, and legacy. Gary P. Gilroy composed this piece in tribute to his own high school band director, Joseph McCaskey, a figure who shaped not only his musical journey, but the person he became. That sense of mentorship and impact is heard throughout every phrase. The celebration, the swag, the reflection, and the deep appreciation for teachers who change lives. Musically, Cool Joe moves with confidence from the very first measure. It's rhythmic, bold, bright, and textured, but beneath the drive and energy, there's sincerity. At the end, Gilroy blends callbacks with pieces of his own high school musical experience, including his alma mater and fight song, creating a scrapbook of his sound. It isn't just a piece for him, it's a memory. In being here at Festival of Winds at USF with students who have spent years learning, rehearsing, and getting better every day, Cool Joe kind of becomes a mirror of that for us. So as this final work of the afternoon begins, listen for everything. Listen for the gratitude embedded in every rhythm, every chord, and in every crescendo. It is my honor to present our final piece today at the Festival of Winds, Gary P. Gilroy's Cool Joe.
It's going to